Hello, this is a bit of a difficult video to make. So a few days ago we got a message from the producer of the game giving us an update as to what's going on in Brave Frontier. Just to get things out of the way, Brave Frontier is not shutting down, so it's not that bad of information. There's some information that's not great to hear, and some information in this that makes it a little bit questionable as to what's going on. But I'll get into I'll go over what this letter is talking about and go into my thoughts and on this letter and what it sounds like is happening to me. So to start off, we have a bit of a letter talking about how everyone over in the development side of Brave Frontier is happy about the things that have happened over the past 7 years, all that fun stuff. But then we get to this paragraph down here, and a link to this letter will be in the description down below. So if you want to take the time and read it for yourself, I encourage you to do so. So you can take the time and think about what this says to you, and not just hear about my thoughts on it, because everyone has different thoughts on this. Everyone in the Brave Frontier community has different thoughts as to what this means. I am a more optimistic person, so I don't see this as being a bad thing. I see this as being just a thing for right now. It's not super easy, but this paragraph right here basically says that they're taking a break to releasing new content for the time being. The key phrase being for the time being. That to me is what says that they are coming back to release new content at some point. I think that we are probably getting new content no later than November, simply due to the fact of November being Brave Frontier's anniversary month. So they usually take the entire month to celebrate their anniversary. So for the past 2 years, they've done pre-anniversary celebrations as well as part of October. So October serves a dual function of course, Halloween events, but also the pre-anniversary celebration, which is really cool to have both of those going on at pretty much the same time. The game will continue to run on monthly updates. So instead of getting an update every Wednesday, we're getting an update every first Wednesday of the month for a while. Which they can do that. They do not need to do weekly updates because they're not doing new content. A bunch of the monthly content they can just have that's already scheduled to go as is. The updates for the game that happen weekly, the maintenance is mainly to make sure that gets incorporated smoothly, and they've been doing this for years now. So a lot of the stuff that goes into the monthly Frontier Spire, Frontier Hunter, Vortex Arena, all that's pretty much automated. The maintenance is just there because that's part of how Brave Frontier functions. And this starts this month. So the day after this video goes out, this is when the first update like this will happen. So no more where we have to wait to play the game until 3 in the morning East Coast time, 3-4 in the morning East Coast time. So yeah, that's a thing. So here's some of the changes. Only one maintenance period per month instead of the regular 3 or 4. These events will continue to be released on a monthly basis. The monthly login campaign, which we've been getting since October? Something like that? Super Carver Dungeon Super Lab, which is the Summoner Arc stuff where you get training and all that. Coliseum will still continue, Frontier Hunter, Frontier Spire, Vortex Arena. So that Vortex Arena is not going anywhere even beyond the next 2 that are coming out. So beyond the light and dark Vortex Arenas that are coming up in the next 2 months, this month and next month, it will continue beyond that. And Omni Arcanum is going to continue as well. Um, these three things will be placed on hold until further notice. New monthly themed Vortex events, which we've been getting because there have been, since what, October? There's always been like a seasonal event going on. October is Halloween, November is their anniversary month, December is Christmas, January is New Year, February is Valentine's Day, April is Easter. So that's 6 in a row right there. May doesn't have an internationally realized or recognized holiday. It's just summer, baby. Or about to be summer. It's late spring, it's about to be summer. There are no like worldwide recognized celebrations. Like yes, there might be celebrations for like the United States, for Canada, like for different parts of the world, but not global, not like Christmas, not like Halloween. So it makes sense why there are no monthly themed Vortex events for May. The same also holds true for June, July, August, and September. So that's 5 months where we don't have a lot going on. So it makes sense for them to. If there's going to be any time of the year they're going to cut back on content, it's going to be these 5 months, these summer months in early fall. Because there's just not a monthly event dungeon to go off of, unless they want to make new units just for these event dungeons. Which, I say new units not themed after a holiday of sorts. So, it makes sense. Guild Raid is not coming back for a while. Probably until they come back and start adding new units again. That's just a competitive thing, and Guild Raid is always like a huge thing. That it's a huge deal to like the competitive side of the community. There are like the guilds who are super competitive. This is the reason why they continue to pay for the most part. That on new units, of course. With Guild Raid not being a thing, a lot of the veteran competitive community is not coming back. Which sucks. And I'll get into why that sucks here in a bit. Of course, new units are not coming out for the next little while. Because again, they would have to make new units for no reason really. So it makes sense why these three things are going away. There's just a lot of work that goes into all of these. A lot of maintenance that goes into all of these. And Gumi currently has another project they are working on that I'll definitely be making a video on at some point, not this week, but sometime in the next few weeks after this video goes up. These features will be updated accordingly. The login campaign, there will be a login campaign, a monthly login campaign, much like what we've been getting since October, something like that. So pretty much it's the same fare of what we've been getting since then. One hero sector tickets, gyms, summon tickets, and just a bunch of other material stuff that's just super nice to have around. There's also going to be a monthly hero sector summon, again, much like what we've been getting since October. With a bunch of really strong units. Like, a lot of these units are really good. I'm definitely going to be making a video on this hero sector ticket. I'm probably going to have it go up this week at the earliest, but no later than the first one of these tickets going up. I try to get the hero sector ticket videos out 2 days before the ticket goes out. No later than that. So these are a lot of really good units. Tith, Light Kranis, Sheena, Asha, Gilbert, Inara, Teresa, all those are really strong. And of course Carlos and Mariano are good just to have, simply because, well, they have DBBs with 5 other units each, so that's awesome. Ezra is a needs unit. Again, I'll talk about all of these in a little bit more detail on the Hero 60 ticket, so keep an eye out for that. I'm excited about this. The Summon Gate is also getting updated. I'll get to the next bit here in just a moment. The Summon Gate is going to... The Poster Cyrus Gate is updating. Yeah. Wait, what? Summon Gate will have its pool expanded with the addition of all the seasonal and holiday units, such as Mary, Green, Tillith, including all batches from Precaris to the... Okay. don't know if there were. I'm excited to see what units are added to the summon gates. How the summoning pool is changing. But the Post Osiris to Brave Easter 2021 units are having their rates raised from 4 to 8% to 20%, which is massive. About every 1 in 5 summons will have a Post Osiris unit, including some of the most broken units. Well, I say broken units. Some of the best units in the game for leads, at least. Mary is a really good lead. Luro is a really good lead. Green's really good. Sunkissed Tidith is really good as a nuking unit. That summon pool is getting massive, and we're going to be able to pull from it more likely. I'm excited for that. That right there by itself is exciting. The various Vortex event bazaars will be replaced by a monthly Brave Bazaar. So again, I'll get into the TLDR here in just a little bit. Here's another exciting thing: all past Vortex Dungeons, except those covered by collaborations or summoner events. So no My Hero Dungeon, no King of Fighters Dungeon, no dungeons like that are coming back. But other Vortex Dungeons are not locked to collaborations and other similar events. I don't know what they mean by similar events. We'll see, I guess, tomorrow. They'll be permanently available starting from this transition period. So starting, again, tomorrow, most likely, these past Vortex Dungeons are coming back, which is really cool. I'm hopeful that means that we get the dungeon with Deimos back. Because Deimos was... Well, if we get Deimos back, that is a free Cyclone synergy right there. So yeah, that would be pretty neat. The following bazaars will have the content refreshed during the maintenance period on the first week of each month. So these bazaars will be refreshing every month on the first Wednesday of the month. The Raid Battle Bazaar, the Exalted Bazaar, the Vortex Arena Bazaar, the stuff that refreshes in these bazaars refreshes. The Brave Bazaar and the Omni Arcanum Bazaar. All of those will be refreshing at the beginning of the month. The Brave Insignia Bazaar will be refreshed once every 6 months, with the next refresh being October 2021. That right there, if you want to take any sort of hint as to when things are coming back, October 2021 would make a fair amount of sense, because that is when we are getting basically 20 free summon tickets just for logging in and exchanging Brave Insignias, which you can get Brave Insignias from the Exalted Bazaar. And seeing as the Exalted Bazaar is refreshing every month, if you're clearing enough dungeons that give you Exalted tokens, you can get, 150 Brave Insignias a month, and you just need 200 for those 20 free summon tickets. There we go. That's easy right there. And then just a little closing note saying thank you for playing the game, because I'm sure they understand that from this news alone, people are going to stop playing Brave Frontier, which is fair. I can see that. So now that we've gotten to the end of this letter, let me go over some points and highlight my thoughts and talk about this. As you can tell, this is a lengthy video. I don't see this as being a completely bad thing. I do know that at the end of the Brave News channel from December of 2020, they announced that was the last Brave News channel for a while. Probably for a similar reason as to why Brave Frontier is slowing things down for a while we are not getting new units or new Vortex Dungeons. Because I don't know if this is actually true, but if I had to hazard a guess, so there are two factors into this. One, and this is going into like real life situations as well. One of the biggest things is something that's been affecting us for the past over a year at this point, since like January of 2020 or something like that. The world has been hit with a bit of pandemic, and we are just the world in its entirety is starting to see the signs of hey, we are getting towards the end of a pandemic. We can start bringing things back about. We can start hiring new people. We can start, continuing continuing operations of our business. And Gumi, yes, they're a business, technically speaking. They are a game developer, producer, and so their business is making games. And they may have had to leave some people off. They may there's no telling, but we're starting to see a lot of industries coming back, being more active, hiring new people, and working on their games again, because they can do that now that a lot of people are getting their vaccines. So yes, the pandemic, like the fact that it's starting to come to a bit of a close, maybe a bit of a factor to that, as on top of the fact that I believe some people at Gumi, the people who work on Brave Frontier, specifically the part of Gumi that works on Brave Frontier, is being pulled to work on Code BFX, which is the thing I was talking about, that it's a project they are working on alongside Alim. Both Gumi and Alim are working on Code BFX. And I'll be doing a video talking a little bit about that and where we can find some more information at the present moment, maybe sometime this month. So yes, just the fact that Gumi has their plate full right now with developing a new game and probably getting things running back to how they were before the pandemic hit, means that they probably want to make sure that their quality, that their content is top quality and not just like a little bit lackluster, what we've been seeing since about February. Because starting in February, we've been getting about just 2 units per month. In February, we only got Green and Nabris. In March, we only got Phaedra and Angal. And in April, we only got Buck and Leva. That's only two units compared to, if you compare that to last year, December, I believe December included, we got like 4 units a month. That's one new unit every week, which is a fair amount. So yeah, clearly things are like, that's a clearly. It's safe to assume that like something is going on over at Gumi, and I think it's a combination of like the pandemic coming to a close, trying to make sure the workspace is nice and orderly, on top of the fact that Code BFX is currently in production. Like, yeah, that's a double whammy right there of like why things are slowing down. So yeah, it makes sense. But it's not a bad thing for them entirely, because they're working on a new game and they're trying to get things going back. But it's also not a bad thing for the player base entirely, except for maybe the veterans. The veterans, yeah, no, I'm sorry guys, you're not getting a whole lot out of this. You're getting the short end of the stick here. There's no guild raid, there are no new units, there are no event dungeons. There's like no reason for veteran players to play the game at the moment, except for one reason, and that is for new and returning players, to help them out. If you guys enjoy helping people out with Brave Frontier, this is definitely a really good period for new and returning players to get into the game and to get caught up. As I mentioned, I predict that they will be coming back in November for their anniversary. So that gives us like, half a year? Yeah, actually exactly half a year to work on getting our units all kitted up, all of these spheres that we've been lacking, all that fun stuff. And the fact that we are getting older dungeons to get some older spheres that may or may not be good, that's pretty exciting. And Frontier Spire gives us like proxies to some of those event collaboration exclusive spheres. So it's still like it's a more exciting time for new and returning players, especially because of the update to the summon gates. The fact that we are getting Mary, Green, Tillith, and like units similar to them thrown into the post Osiris pool, as well as that pool being raised to 20%, makes that like super exciting, because again, that's 1 in 5 summons. On top of the fact that we are getting monthly Hero Sector tickets with an amazing pool of units to choose from. Like, you're actually fairly likely, there's a decent chance to get maybe a handful of these units listed here, except for Ezra. because all these units except for Ezra will be in the Post-Osiris to Brave Easter 2021 lineup. So all these you have a 20% chance to get from your summons. That's pretty exciting. So yeah, it's a cool time for new and returning players and those to get caught up in the game. If you guys are definitely looking for a bit of a community to sit back and help you guys out, you new and returning players out, the Grand Guide Library has a Discord server. There's a link to that in the description down below. Definitely check it out. And yeah, like, so that's like Brave Frontier and what's going on with Gumi and all that. Oh yeah, one thing I completely glossed over. Monthly Rex Frogs. Best type in the game. You can get a month. You can change one of your units to a Rex type for free every month. Cool. I'll be covering more about the Brave Bazaar and how to get the tokens for it in the next video, actually. So keep an eye out for that tomorrow. But yes, the Grand Guide Library has a Discord server. Definitely join it if you want to get some help with making squads, figuring out content, and all that fun stuff, and just general advice. So as you can probably tell, like, I'm not changing anything on how I'm doing, on how I'm running the channel, aside from not doing the monthly update videos for the event, because there's no event going on for Brave Frontier for a while. So yeah. But the plan for the channel, because this does affect the channel a little bit, nothing is changing aside from no, like, we are getting one update video for like a monthly thing, because this is the first month that this is happening. That will be the next video. There will be one more Hero Selector Ticket video until things pick back up. And that's going to be the next Hero Selector Ticket video, probably the next video on this channel, the next video after next. So not the video for tomorrow, but the video that goes out after that. I will be continuing the Sphere Progression series on this channel, so keep an eye out for that. This is the last month where we are in the first sort of like, stepping stone for, I say stepping stone, the first segment of the progression series I'm doing. All the stuff that you can get before you jump into Raid Class 7. So after this month, or maybe towards the end of this month, we should be moving on to Raid Class 7 and beyond content for Sphere Progression series. And after that goes, like, I even have plans once that series comes to an end this year, because it's not a super long series, I'll be honest. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And if Code VFX does come over to the West, there is a decent chance I will want to bring on 1 to 2 more people to help make content for Grand Guide Library, seeing as that would be 2 games to cover instead of just the 1. I can kind of sort of handle 1 game myself, but a second game, no, that's too much for one person to do, especially as someone who has other stuff going on in their life. So yeah, as a TLDR or didn't watch this video, Brave Frontier is slowing down. We are not getting new units, we are not getting new Vortex Dungeons, and we are not getting new guild raids for a while. We don't know how long, but for a while. All the usual monthly stuff is going to continue on as per usual. Login campaigns, Karma Dungeon Lab, Coliseum, all that fun stuff, everything you see on screen right now. That's continuing. Login campaigns, there's going to be a new Hero Selector Ticket up for every month, with the same pool every month. Some gears updating with previous seasonal and holiday units, like Mary, Tedith, Green. Event Bazaars are updating as per usual. And yeah, that's about it. So, if you're sticking around, leave a like down below. All the usual fare, you know, Twitter, Discord, description down below. Got any questions, leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching this video, and if you guys are sticking with the Grand Guide Library, thank you very much for sticking around and believing in this channel. I'll probably make a video. I need to make a video for 100 subs, and we're closing on 200 subscribers, which is kind of amazing, seeing as I have not broadcasted this channel like at all. So thank you everyone for subscribing. It means a lot to me, and if you guys continue watching the content even after this video, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. It lets me know that, hey, I'm doing something right on YouTube. So I'm gonna end it here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.